Bashir has ordered flags to half-staff in honor of the 9 Fort-Campbell soldiers killed in that helicopter crash during a training mission.
And we're now learning their identities. The Army releasing the names of the 9 101st Airborne Division soldiers after notifying their families. Warrant Officer Jeffrey Barnes, Corporal Emily Marie Eve Bolanos, Chief Warrant Officer Zachary Esparza, Sergeant Isaac John Gallo, Staff Sergeant Joshua Gore, Warrant Officer Aaron Healy, Staff Sergeant Taylor Mitchell, Chief Warrant Officer Rustin Smith, and Sergeant David Salinas Jr., all killed in a helicopter crash during a training mission on Wednesday night.
Now, in a statement, Major General J.P. McGee, commanding general of the 101st Airborne Division and Fort Campbell, saying in part, quote, "This is a time of great sadness for the 101st Airborne Division. The loss of these soldiers will reverberate through our formations for years to come." Well, meantime, Army officials say the 9 were taking part in a routine nighttime training exercise using night vision goggles.
ABC 36's Anna Medina spoke to a former Army specialist paratrooper who's familiar with that type of training. Anna?
As many questions remain unanswered as to what caused the crash in Trigg County. Army officials revealing Thursday that there was not a signal for help sent out from either aircraft before the crash. As the investigation into what led to the fatal crash of 2 Fort Campbell Black Hawk helicopters in Trigg County continues, Army officials adding that the 9 fallen soldiers were taking part in night training using night vision goggles.
We use a lot of night vision goggles once we hit the ground. And, you know, it does affect your peripheral vision at some certain extent. But the technology, I mean, this is the best country in the world. And as far as the technology, the night vision, the safety protocols, it's just we're leaps and bounds from everybody else.
Former Army Specialist Dee Burks says using the night vision goggles is not anything new or out of the ordinary, especially when they train in a Black Hawk helicopter.
Even being a paratrooper, I've been in 2 or 3 in training, and actually we used to do some training with the 101st. We'd fly in from Fort Bragg and jump over at Fort Campbell and do some training with the 101st. So I've seen the Black Hawks in action.
Burks adding that seeing the news out of Fort Campbell and the immense loss to the military community was even more tragic, considering the Black Hawk is their preferred aircraft for the convenience.
So many safety features in place for these helicopters, and whenever you hear one going down, something catastrophic has had to happen for it to end like it does, or it did yesterday.
With the cause still unknown, and the entire nation wrapping their arms in prayer for the fallen service members.
You know, my heart goes out to their families, you know, all the loved ones, because, you know, knowing they're back in the States and they're not in a combat theater, you just don't think anything like this is going to happen. You know, at least when you're in a combat zone, you know, there's always that chance. But it's so unexpected, so sad, and I'm just praying awful hard for their families.
Now, Army officials will now have to rely on the black boxes of the helicopters to determine what caused the crash. For now, Anna Medina, ABC 36 on your side.